Okay, welcome to today's version of Chamber Chatter. I'm Rick Peterson, and I'm filling in as host for Kenzie Klein. My guest today is Jane Weldon, Lamphere, and so before we get started, the Star Media sponsor of the week is Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of Pipestone. Make sure you start the new year out with an ice-cold Pepsi, and be sure to catch Greg Hogevane's weekly sports wrap recorded at the Pepsi-Cola Gatorade Studios in downtown Laverne. Pepsi would like to wish you a continued Happy New Year. So today's program is going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge of different topics Jane and I will be discussing. I'll be listening mostly. And the spring and summer of 2026 is coming up on us rather quickly. It
certainly is.
And I think our conversation earlier this morning was about the challenges and opportunities that this summer will bring to Laverne and the Chamber. And so let's start the conversation with talking about, obviously the road construction on the 75 project is going to change a lot for the summer with activities and planning and detours. So you got lots of great projects that we've had in Laverne, like hot dog nights and Buffalo Days and band festival. Those things are all going to have major hiccups this year.
It will be an opportunity for us to do something different, this year, because you understand that the traffic on Main Street is going to change and on Blue Mound Avenue. I mean, they're talking from, typically the traffic on Highway 75 is between 6,000 and 7,500 a day. Well, that traffic is going to be funneled down Main, up on Blue Mound, and then back on 131st Street. So for us, there is no way that you can close traffic and have it take on other routes during this construction. And we understand that. So we've been talking for months since we've had all that notice that, we can't do the cruise in on Main Street. We can't have hot dog night. We can't have all of hot dog night on Main Street anymore. We can't have a parade on Main Street. So what are our opportunities to do something different? We have some creative solutions. Nothing is etched in stone except the Tri-State Band Festival. We know the Tri-State Band Festival is going to have the shortest parade route in the 75 years they've ever had. It will just be in front of the school.
Oh, okay.
That's the only place. Being able to stage the bands and the buses and the students and to have it run smoothly, we don't have any other options. So that's where the band festival, the parade, and the field show will both be at the same location.
And getting to that location, though, will be another one of those opportunities.
It will be an opportunity to train people different because, access from North Highway 75, we're going to have to detour them. Okay. There should be, by the time school starts, we've been assured that Dodge Street will be open by the time school starts. So Dodge will be an access point. How we're going to lay things out so we can get people in, get the bands to march. We want safety for everybody. We want the public to be able to attend. And we don't exactly know. I mean, no one exactly knows what the condition of 75 will be in. I mean, it certainly depends on the amount of moisture they have, if they have, what kind of challenges or the contractors have. So it'll be interesting. So your listeners will have to make sure they keep hearing what's going to happen because
they'll be planning throughout the summer as the projects go on and things like that. I just had a thought when we were talking. I was at a golf course one time, and they have course rangers. Go around and keep play going and tell people. And then I went to a golf course. Instead of calling them rangers, they called them course ambassadors, which made it more friendly, more helpful. Mm-hmm. So maybe we could have, for Band Festival, have detour ambassadors. So when they turn off 75 to go
that's a great idea.
To get to the school, that people could be dressed in some sort of band outfit or something, and encouraging people how to get there.
That would be certainly.
And call them ambassadors as opposed to
guards. Certainly, that's a really great idea.
Okay.
And certainly because it's our 75th, we want it to be a special experience for everybody. And we're hoping that we get band participation.
Has there ever been a time in them 75 years where we didn't have a tri-state?
There have been a couple of rainouts.
Oh, okay.
And back there, but I don't know, they still considered it a festival. I don't know how they did. You know, and then of course, during COVID, we had it was our half festival because
Okay.
we didn't number it because we were not allowed to have any bands in town. So, you know,
okay. Yeah,
so we had a little half. So really, this could be the 76th, but it didn't. But just because of all those other challenges we
Okay,
didn't
well,
have.
we'll continue through. So, you know, then there's hot dog nights. That's
Yeah.
another opportunity. And,
That's right.
And that's in the works of.
Yep, I think they have, the chamber board and our business partners have a pretty good idea of how that can work that would benefit the businesses, that would give people the opportunity to get their hot dogs and have some fun.
Maybe an idea there too would be is, I know like, you know, the businesses all sign up.
Right.
To have the hot dog night at their business or
Mm-hmm.
wherever. Maybe kind of like the citywide rummage sale.
Oh, we have
Where
to give
could-
them a map.
We could run a map as to, you know, put little hot dogs on every business.
Oh,
where
that's
they're
a
gonna
great
be.
idea.
And then, you know, often, as we all know, there's repeat visitors
Right.
to hot dog night, and they have their favorite spots they like to go to for whatever the extra ingredients. What about the wiener dog race?
We haven't decided where that's going to be.
Where it's going to be.
Yeah, oh yeah, we
Okay.
have to have the wiener dog.
Okay.
That's a kind of a high point, you know.
Sure.
We want to have the inflatables for kids. Certainly the fire department is going to be generous and have theirs, you know, have their water cannon or their water sprinkler for the kids. Kids love that, you know. No doubt, Big Top and Take 16 will want to have their special events
Sure.
that night. So we're just going to we're going to power through it and figure out how it's going
That's
to be.
good. That's great.
And that's why it's so important to have partners like you in public relations and in the media that can share the message of exactly how it's going to.
Well, we'll do our job for
I
sure.
know you.
All right, so now we have hot dog night. We've talked about band festival. We talked about the cruise in,
Mm-hmm.
and in conjunction with all that's the 250th anniversary of
America.
America. So you've got some interesting things going on there.
Yes, so I'm just going to give a little sort of
Okay.
a preview of what's going on. We've had a wonderful committee that's been trying to address this for, you know, a couple of years. They wanted to have a great, big, huge celebration and trying to do it. They wanted a parade and stuff, but we've had to sort of realize that we have to do things differently. So we're really proud to say that we have a really great partner, and that is with the Rock County Fair Association. So they have graciously agreed to sort of work with us on a schedule that will enhance the fair with some additional events and focus on America's 250 in conjunction with the same timeline, because it's really appropriate. If we're celebrating the 250th of America, this part of the country certainly was based on agriculture.
Okay.
And that's the most
Sure.
important resource we have. So celebrating the 250th of America during our celebration of agriculture is a great time. So we have some great events. We're going to start early in the year. We're going to watch for what's going on. We're currently working on a few opportunities early, but a highlight is in April, Greg and Diana Spath from Laverne volunteer at Medora. They go up there and work for a couple of weeks in the summer as volunteers at Medora. And Medora is the home to the Teddy Roosevelt National Park. And they have gotten to know the gentleman, his name is Joel Wiggin, and he has played Teddy Roosevelt for the last 15 years up at the Medora Foundation. He is coming to Laverne on the 16th of April, which is a Thursday. Coming to Rock County, he's going to do a presentation for the kids in both the Hills Beaver Creek School and the Laverne schools. And then at 5:30 at night, he's doing a free public program at the Palace Theater.
Oh, wow.
And we're super excited. He's going to arrive in Laverne, thanks to Ellison Eastern. He's going to arrive on the train.
Okay.
If our fingers are crossed and the Laverne 30 works, the Laverne 30 is going to pick him up and give him a 1911 ride to the Palace Theater, and he'll be on stage and share the story about Teddy Roosevelt, because certainly, Taming of the West, appreciating nature and everything is certainly what Teddy Roosevelt
And that's
is
in
about.
April?
That's in April.
And there'll be more information coming out?
That's
as
coming
that
out,
comes-
and you'll be able to, certainly it'll be an opportunity for us to have him on a Star Media or something like that.
That'd be great.
Oh, he's wonderful. And he looks just like Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like Teddy Roosevelt. What you imagine Teddy Roosevelt to sound
Okay.
like.
Now-
So that'll be fun.
Tell me about the passport to Rock County.
That's another thing that we're working on, and this isn't going to be the size, but it's just the first draft. We're going to have a series of programs. They're mini programs, and we don't know exactly how many, 12 to 20, that will be held on sort of an odd night of the week.
Okay.
Different nights, different days. Maybe it's 6:30 or 7, just a little half an hour program at locations around Rock County.
Okay.
We know for sure that on the 13th of June, Blue Mountain State Park is going to do a special little presentation. That's free park day, so nobody has to pay. So that'll be a great opportunity. But we're going to invite anybody to come to these events, and they'll just be kind of in the middle of maybe nowhere or in the middle of somewhere.
Okay.
So
and nowhere and somewhere or somewhere
in between. So we might go to the location where the first licensed airport was in Rock County, and it's not in Laverne. It was in
Really?
Springwater Township. We might go to the location where Blue Mound Lutheran Church originally stood before a tornado picked it up and moved it. Wow. We might go and see a place where there was a horse race track and regular horse races every weekend.
in Rock County.
In Rock County. Not just, in the early 1900s, they used a track down at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
But later on, in the 30s, in the late 20s, 30s, and early 40s, they think we're trying to determine the dates. They had another horse race track, sort of, quite frankly, in the middle of kind of nowhere right now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can go there and learn about it, and then go to where Frank and Jesse James stopped and had breakfast when they were escaping Northfield on their run from the law.
And so these events will be
locations.
held throughout the summer then?
Yes.
Okay.
So like I said, maybe at 6:30 on
Sure.
some nights you just come out there, you listen to a little story, then maybe you'll get a cookie or ice
Okay.
cream bar and a bottle of water, and you drive away. So it's going to be sort of our learning about Rock County. So we're kind of excited about that. Then there's the opportunity. So with your passport, we're going to have a cash drawings for prizes. So if you attend, say 5 of them,
Okay.
you get your name in a pot to win $25. If you attend 10, you get your name in a pot to win $50 or something like that. So it's kind of a passport for a chance to win.
You mentioned early on, and we to move along, but about this gas station or fueling.
So there are stories about a gas station in Ash Creek that was a regular stop for the bootleggers that were going from Kansas City up north to distribute their bootleg whiskey. And the story would be that they would stop in the middle of the night. They would drive on the old Highway 75, sort of went through Ash Creek before they made it, they
Okay.
paved it. And so the old highway sort of would meander, and it was known that the bootleggers would drive these highways without lights because they didn't want to be caught by any law enforcement. So they would come to Ash Creek and fill up because it was an accepted place to get gas. So it must have had a reason, whether the guy would stay up, whoever the station attendant would
You
stay
get a
up and
bartering system.
Who knows?
Maybe, huh?
Who knows? So you have to wait and hear the story. I don't know the whole story, but that should be
Well,
really
that all
fun.
sounds really interesting, and the Historical Society is helping put this together.
Yes, and every community, so we're contacting the communities in Rock County. There's going to be a special little mini event in Hills and Beaver Creek, so we're going to be able to go to all the little towns and hear some wonderful stories.
Well,
So,
Jane, this is, we talked about some challenges and opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll weather the storm and get
and-
through it. And it's, the end of the storm will be nice with a nice Highway 75.
Oh, it'll be great.
And you had mentioned that, yes, there'll be some inconveniences, but we'll make it through that.
you know what? And we might find out that those inconveniences, that's the way we should have done it the whole time.
Probably.
You just don't know.
Well, thanks for coming in and starting the ball rolling, because we'll be visiting these more and more often as we get closer to the event.
Can we talk a little bit about our special
Oh,
events at the
absolutely.
fair?
You bet.
One last thing, so our special events during the fair, we just sort of want to invite everybody to listen to what's going on and really make plans to attend. So we do have special events. One of them is we have a group of people that have been working on an A to Z book for Laverne.
Okay.
And it's just about ready to be published. The content of the book, all the drawings have been done by Laverne artist Janine Brands. The book is going to be published, and it's going to be the little story about Laverne. And so that's something to look forward to. We'll have the kickoff, the book signing for that at the fair. We're going to have a classic America 250 cruise in, and we're also having a military cruise in. So we hope to get back those wonderful collector military vehicles for a cruise in at the fair.
Okay.
So lots of more things going on, live entertainment, and we're going to welcome back Bill Johnson as Bob Hope to Laverne. He'll be down at the fair, and he'll be milling around, so it'll be a really fun day.
All right. Well, again, you know what? We start out talking about the inconvenience of the road construction, and we end up excited about all the activities you got going on.
It's going to be a great summer.
It really is. All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
And it's time to pull the pin on this Chamber Chatter, and thanks for joining us.